Om Namo Narayani. Good morning, good evening, wherever we are all joining in from. Today is week 120 of Sri Lalitha Sahasranamam class for beginners. Today we will be looking at Sri Lalitha's names 832 to 838. Let us begin with our prayers. Jnana-rūpāya vidmahi Shakti-amsāya dhīmahi Tanno Shakti-amma prachodayāte. Om Jnana-rūpāya vidmahi Shakti-amsāya dhīmahi Tanno Shakti-amma prachodayāte. Om Jnana-rūpāya vidmahi Shakti-amsāya dhīmahi Tanno Shakti-amma prachodayāte. Om Sarvamangala-mangalye Shive sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Sarvamangala-mangalye Shive sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Sarvamangala-mangalye Shive sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhyanam Sindhuraruna Vigraham Trinayanam Manikya-maulisphurattaranayaka-sekharam Smita-mukhi mapena-vakshoruham Panibhyam-alipurna-ratna-chashakam Raktotpalam bibhratim Saumyam ratna-ghatastha-rakta-charanam Dhyayet paramambikam. Arunam karunatarangitakshim Dhrutapasankusapushpabarnachapam Animadhibhiravratam-ayukhai Ahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्थां विकसितवदनां पद्मपत्रायताक्षीं हेमाभां पीतवस्त्रां करकलितलसत्खेमपद्मां वराङ्गीं सर्वालङ्कारयुक्तां सततमभयदां भक्तनम्रां भवानीं श्रीविद्यां शान्तमूर्तिं सकलसुरनुतां सर्वसम्पत्प्रदात्रीं सकुङ्कुमविलेपनामलिकचुम्बिकस्तूरिकां समन्दहसितेक्षणां सचरचापपाशाङ्कुशां शेषजनमोहिनीमरुणमाल्यभूषाम्भरां जपाकुसुमभासुरां जपविधौ स्मरेदम्बिकाम्। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं ॐ नमो नारायणी ॐ श्रीं श्रीमात्रे नमः स्वाहा। Let us begin with Sri Lalitha Narayani's 832nd name. Just a correction in the notes. It should be Monday. It's saying Tuesday, so the days are changed. We need to correct that when we post it in the notes. But otherwise, this is the Monday's Yagam mantra. Om Śreem Prāṇa namah swaha. 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 Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who gives life, prāṇa. The prāṇa, we've seen, it is that which is giving the life, the prāṇa shakti that gives the energy. We saw the different vayus. Her earlier name, 831, the previous name was Prāṇeshwarya. She is the Ishwari, the Empress, the Lord of all the prāṇas, the life. So she is the vivifier. Vivify means to give that life of all the universe, all the life in all the universes, all entire universe. She is the prāṇa dātryai, the one who gives. She is the nourisher. Prāṇa can also mean senses, another interpretation of prāṇa. She nourishes the senses. And normally we talk, when we say the senses, the touch, the taste, the smell, the sight, the hearing, the five senses, and mind is seen as the sixth sense. And there are other interpretations for the senses. If we look at the karmendriyas and the jnanendriyas, karmendriyas 5, indriya sense, the senses for the actions, jnanendriyas, the senses for the wisdom. They are 5 plus 5, 10, and the mind is the 11th, so 11 senses. And there's another calculation that says 7 senses. So she nourishes all the senses. Senses is where we get our inputs from the external world. It is these senses that bring it in for the witness right within us, the seer within us, the life within us, to enjoy, to go through these senses and rise beyond the senses. That is the process of entire evolution, going through these various senses and growing in that wisdom, and then going beyond the senses. This prāṇa, we have seen nowadays the big children they call test tube babies, children growing in the womb, like in the labs when you do something, lab test, it's called in vivo if it's done in animals, and in vitro, vitro is the glass when it's outside. So the glass tube, the babies, the glass tubes are the in vitro, they are conceived in the tube and then they are nourished and grown inside in the womb. And like that, we in vivo is in the living form. We use it in our living day-to-day usages. The vivo is when something is grown within that life. And this is the vital force that keeps the being functioning. And she is that prāṇa. And she is that, and she is the Lord of that, and she is the one who gives it to us, so we get our life. Like we saw the mother, she's the mother for cosmic mother, our biological mother gives us the physical form. The cosmic mother, Sri Lalitha Narayani, gives us the life in that physical form. So she is the prāṇa dātryai. She gives that life force to all of us. Her 833rd name, Om Śreem pañcāśat pīṭha rūpiṇyai namah swaha. 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 Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who is the form of the 50. Even though pañcāśat means 50, it is inherently in it 51. 51 seats of the form, that is her form. The 51 seats are her form, and these 51 seats are the Shakti Peedams. So we say Peedam, like we say Narayani Peedam, Shakti Peedam. We use D in that as Peedam. In Tamil common parlance, that's how it is. When you go to the Sanskrit pronunciation of the Peedam, it is the second It's Peetham. So in the Sanskrit Sanskrit it is Peeṭham. So in common parlance we say Peedam, which is okay. And in the pronunciation we say pañcāśat, the 50, pīṭha, rūpiṇyai, T with the H. And the T with the dot below is like there is more stress. It's not pancha, pīṭha, but it's pīṭha. There is more stress in that whenever there is a dot below. Like rūpiṇyai, the N becomes na, rūpiṇyai, that's a form. And we have also seen earlier in her 598th name, her 600th name, Om Śreem Dātryai namah swaha. She is born to the king Daksha Maharaja, and in her 600th name, Om Śreem Dakshayagnya Vinashinyai namah swaha. We have mentioned this before, but just to quickly go through this again. Dakshan is her father, and Sati is born, and she marries Shiva. And her father, Daksha, does a Mahayagam, and every yagam, when we do the ahudi, every time we say a mantra and offer into oblation into the yajna, the fire in the yagam pit, we are offering to a specific deity in our sankalpa, like every day when we are doing the Sri Lalitha Yagam. That is yagam the 1,000 times. Each time it is chanted, each time we are invoking her in that day's nama mantra. Like the day Om Śreem pañcāśat pīṭha rūpiṇyai, she will be invoked 1,000 times and offered the oblation, the offerings into the fire, that many times and more from the heart to the divine. We offer from the heart, even though it's in the physical realm. What we are offering is actually with love, and that's what the divine can take. Materially, she has everything. But for so many devas, like Amma says, when we do the offering, they get their food, their energies. The yagam is the root, Amma says, for the universe. This is what nourishes the universe. So the yagam is like in the Krita Yuga, early Satya Yuga, everyone, like Amma says, there are not that many temples. Anyone, they want to pray, puja, they're constantly thinking of God and they want something specific. They'll gather and then perform a yagam, connect with the universe and offer and seek what they want from that, for the universe to bless them. So when the offerings are being done, you're invoking each of the devatas and offering the offerings to the devatas. So what Daksha Maharaja did, even though Shiva is his daughter is married Shiva and he is the father-in-law, he had some dispute with Shiva. He could not accept him, so he never invoked Shiva and gave him his due offerings. And Dakshayani, Sati, she comes there and Shiva tells her, don't go, we've not been invited, it is improper to go. When you're not invited, don't go. But she says, this is my father's yagam, by right he should invite. And she goes and fights with them, fighting, where is the due for Shiva, my husband? This yagam is not complete till you give it to him. You may conduct any kind of yagam, but if you don't do it properly, there's no dislike. There is a proper way of honoring, invoking every deity and honoring them and offering the oblations to them. And he doesn't. And in that anger, in that wrath, and in that thing, she immolates herself and she destroys the yagam. And then Sati is gone. Her prāṇa has, in her physical form, has left. So Shiva takes her part and he is dancing in wrath. It says, when you go to some of the sacred places, Rishikesh, you can see Shiva with the place where he does the tandavam in that furious anger because Sati has immolated herself. And Vishnu, these are all different forms of the energies. You need to bring back the balance into the universe for the universe to continue. If Shiva dances in wrath, the universe cannot take it, and everything will perish. There's so much exuding anger. So other deities take, they see what needs to be done to pacify. And we see so many different stances like that in the Puranic things, in the secret texts they are mentioned. And to bring Shiva back to himself, away from the wrathful dance, Shiva Thandavam. There are various Thandavams also, dances. This is the wrathful one. Sakthi, her body is strewn across into different parts, and 51 parts of her land in different places, and each one is a Shakti Peeṭha. Like each part, there are among so many famous temples for Parashakti. There, these 51 Shakti Peeths have a physical form in each one of them. Like Kurukshetra, if I remember right, is her right ankle, not the left ankle, but it's the right ankle. Like that, each place, like Mysore, Mahishasuramardini, Chamundeshwari. So each place of hers is her part. And talking of this, so, and these 51 aspects, they also, why this number 51 comes up, it is the 51 aksharās. We keep talking about the aksharās, the chakras, the Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Nahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna. When we looking at it, it's 4 petals, 6 petals, 10 petals, 12 petals, 16 petals. And Ajna, normally we hear it as 2 petals. And when we add them, it's 50, but the inherent is the 51. And there's a lot of discussion about why is it said 50, it should be 51, and various experts have given various explanations to that. But the Vagdevis have used the pañcāśat. It's maybe like we say Panchadashi mantra, 15 syllable, and the 16th is a secret hidden that has to be received from the Guru. So it's like that pañcāśat, and the 51 can be included in that 51 aksharās. Some places 50, some 51, but inherently it is the 51. And some give explanations like in Tamil we have different alphabets for la, la, ra. So even though in Sanskrit, in the old Vedic, they say there was la and la, but in the current Sanskrit we are using, there's only la. La is not in usage, and they are both seen as one. If they are separated, it becomes one extra. And then they say ksha is actually 2, combination of ka and ksha, but we end with and start with and end with ksha. So there are various explanations, and in that, one interesting thing I came across was one of them has sought out this and explained very beautifully. It's the first time I'm hearing it. It's very, very interesting, and it is giving a lot of insight into our energy pathways in the microcosm in each one of our bodies. Ajna is 2, and it is seen that this being who's an expert in Sanskrit, who studied it, he says under the 2 it's like stacked up of 48 petals, and because they are stacked up, they don't look at 48, they appear as one for the Ajna, and another 48 on the other side. So it's actually 48 and 48 on each side of Ajna, so all stacked up together. So 48 on right side, 48 on the right and left side, like that. And then from these petals and from the Ajnas, 48 plus 48, 96, they bring about the calculation of how in Sahasrara there's like 1000 plus. So there are various details to it, and in Sahasrara sometimes it's infinite, but they want to bring out the mathematical explanation of how they add up and how the Sahasrara comes. On all those details are there. For us, we are looking at her. She is the prāṇa dātryai. She is the life force, and she gives the life force for all the life to manifest in all the beings, in all the universes. And she is in there are 51 Shakti Peeths. She resides in them and she radiates her Shakti from there. And again, we mentioned this before, when Big Narayani's Kumbhabhishekam, first time when she is in salt consecrated, that is the first Kumbhabhishekam. And then every 12 years it happens, we are due for a second one. The first, Kumbhabhishekam is the installation. The second one is when the first 12 years, at the end of first 12 years, usually, typically, I think it happened in 2012 or 13, and they call it Punaravardhana Kumbhabhishekam. So it's like a restructuring. If the temple needs a recoating of painting, fixing something and clearing out anything and energizing it more. So it's like like we do spring cleaning and a little bit of renovation like that, and re-energize our homes like that. Every 12 years temples do that, established temples. And the first time that was done, that's when I was there. I don't know what happened in the first consecration, but I was there for the first 12 years, and we are due for the second round of 12 years when Amma announces that. So then I was there. It was amazing. I've mentioned this before. From all the 51 Shakti Peeths, pañcāśat, Peeṭham, all the 51 Shakti Peeths, the sacred holy water, the Tirtham from the Shakti Peeth, the vastram, the cloth, the sari that the deity has worn, that was offered to the deity in that Shakti Peeth, and the soil, the mud, the earth, the prithvi, the soil from that Shakti Peeth, that holy sacred place. From all the 51 Shakti Peeths, they came, and it was offered to Big Narayani. And talking about this, which again I've mentioned earlier, from the Perumal temple in Sripuram, when that was consecrated, actual first consecration itself, I was there, fortunate to be there also for that. There are 108 Perumal, Vishnu's sacred places. 108th one is in heaven, so 107 are on Mother Earth. And so it came from all the 107 Vishnu temples across entire India, even from Nepal and different places. The three sacred things, the holy water, the earth from that sacred land, and the vastram, the cloth that was offered to that deity from that Peeṭham, from that sthalam, from that kshetram. It was offered to Perumal there. And here the 51 Shakti Peeths offerings came to Big Narayani. And it is, how does it happen? Only a divine can accomplish this. The priest who did that, who did the Kumbhabhishekam for the Perumal temple, he has done many for many Perumal temples, including Tirupati temple and all the famous temples for Mahavishnu. He said, nowhere this has happened before. And it just happens with Amma, Shakti Amma's Sankalpa. It doesn't happen anywhere else. It's not just given like that. And in the Narayani's, the 12th first round or 12 years Kumbhabhishekam, the Punaravardhana Kumbhabhishekam, Amma gave the direction, we will do the Kumbhabhishekam, and it was like 30 days or 32 days or something very small, less than 35 days. And the person who was entrusted with this said, this has never happened before. You planned for so long to have it done, and 30 days, how can I do everything? And in that 30 days from the 51 Shakti Peeths it came, everything flew. And he said, I've never had a Kumbhabhishekam run this smoothly and everything come into place and happen from the time the intent was set to the time of its accomplishment, in such a short time, in like 30 days, and all this to happen. And it happens with the divine Sankalpa. And Sri Shakti Amma in the human form is that Sankalpa. Her Sankalpa is Sri Lalitha Narayani talking to us in her physical form. So, and when the Sankalpa from the divine emanates, there's nothing beyond that. That is it. It just happens, it flows. Her 834th name, Om Śreem viśṛnkhalāyai namah swaha. 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 Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who's unfettered, free from all the bondages. Śreemkhala is said, it has two different meanings that are mentioned. It is like the chain, like the cuff, the handcuff, like cuff. It's like it's binding, it does not let you move. Viśṛnkhalā, she's without it, she is free from all that, she's unfettered, she's not bound, we've seen earlier also. She is what binds others, it is our karma, our actions. When we do it in the state of ignorance, we are bound to its fruits, what it yields, the good fruit and the bad fruit. Our karmas bind us. It can be good karma or bad karma. They say it doesn't matter if it is a chain or a cuff made of gold or iron, both are binding. So even good karmas bind, bad karmas bind. And she is beyond all the bindings of any karma. So whatever actions the divine does is unbinding for the divine, because what binds is all these bindings apply to the ignorant, the one who is in the Brahman state, and only that unbound actions emanate from that state. And another meaning for viśṛnkhalā is she's the one without the thread that holds the fabric. Some mention that Śreemkhalā is the thread that is around the waist to tie the sari, and it sounds like she is without any robes, but it is like there is nothing to tie any fabric. It's like the unveiled state of the Brahman. So it is like there is no covering. So it's like that full manifest Brahman that is totally unveiled. Like when we saw one of her actions, the pañcāśat, one of them is Tirudhanakari. The veiling that comes with the Maya in the creation brings us into the realm of Maya, into the state of that ignorance where we see duality. We function, we think, we speak, we act. Everything we do is in the realm of this duality. And she is beyond that state, and she brings the state that is our veil. And when you go beyond the veil, she is viśṛnkhalā. There is no veiling for her. And it is said that we can give that interpretation in her next name about the devotees. This is applicable also for the next name. So the prayers of the devotees who seek her as, please destroy my good as well as my bad actions. Please remove me from the burden of the good actions also, because then when I'm unbound, I can be one with you. Because as you initially, we are taught that don't do any bad actions, the bad karma brings what? The bad karma brings us sadness, misery, those bindings of suffering, pain and suffering. The good karmas keep us bound to our enjoyment of the senses, and after some point the senses tire of all this also, and then the soul is ripe to unveil more, request, pray to the divine to say, please unveil all these for me, remove all these bindings for me so I can be one with you. So it is from a lower truth to a higher truth to the highest Sanatana truth that is eternal. In that journey to her. And in this, we are talking about that. Amma is mentioning in volume 7, page 47, she's talking about voluntary and involuntary actions. Amma is saying, what about breathing, devotee? It's involuntary? Amma, yes, breathing is involuntary. And similarly, when we go to a temple, the connection that occurs within us is also involuntary. All we need is the wish to connect to the divine. We do not need any further effort to receive that energy. All we need is just love and devotion to connect with the divine. Involuntarily, the energy begins to connect with us. You know, the sun comes up every day, and once we wash our clothes, we put them out to dry. Not in the dryer, but traditionally you line dry them, you hang them out to dry. Then in the evening, we bring them indoors to fold them. Do our clothes get burnt? No, they do not. If we place a lens on a piece of cloth in the sunshine, then what will happen? Devotee, it will burn. Amma, why? Devotee, because the sun's energy is more concentrated now. Amma, yes, so just like this, the temple is like the big lens. It takes the universal energy, concentrates it, and then focuses it on one point. That is why the top of the metal kalasam, that conical round pointed spires on top of the temple, is always pointed. All the places of worship are designed similarly, with a tower or spire having a pointed end in order to receive the energy from the nature. Even if we go to the temple involuntarily, we receive the energy, we receive the blessings. So, just connecting to her with that devotion, involuntarily it happens. That purity of this heart with that love brings us, draws us to her state of viśṛnkhalāyai to help us unveil and go beyond the veiled state to her. Her 835th name, Om Śreem vivifier namah swaha. 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 Om Śreem Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who abides in lonely, uninhabited, holy places, in places of purity, that stillness. When it is inhabited, there is so much of noise, the clutter from the mind, the body, all those things. There are so many different energies that's disturbing. She is always there in that state of that pure, quiet place, lonely, uninhabited, that stillness and purity resides there. It could be in the physical realm, in the universe. It could be in the microcosm, in the macrocosm, and in the microcosm of those who discriminate, again, those devotees who understood this bondage and who desire to go beyond this bondage. So they are constantly discriminating between the self and the non-self. We ask of vivekam vairagyam. The vivekam is that discriminative power, the wisdom that is able to separate between the sat and the asat, the truth and the non-truth, and to abide in that. They are seeking her, so there's so much purity in them, they are focusing on her, and there is that purity in the inner microcosm, in their heart. There is only the divine. They are seeking only the divine. The mind doesn't waver, they are so centered, and that is the place she abides in too, within the microcosm and in the macrocosm. When we go to places of nature, in the quiet, in the stillness, in pristine beauty, that you instinctively connect with that divine, that beauty, that feeling of peace and joy dawns with no extra effort, effortlessly. It just happens, just being in that presence, because she's there fully in that state, in that stillness. And when we go to such places of stillness, we immediately become coherent in that state, we imbibe that state, and we come into our stillness within. Her 836th name, Om Śreem Veeramatre namah swaha. 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 Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who is the mother of the warriors, Veeras. We have seen earlier also in some of the names where those, the courageous, the warriors, she loves them, yeah. She's the mother, Matre, she's the mother of all the Veeras. And the Veeras who are courageous, who face the battle, the war. In those days, wars were very dharmic. It was like there was a righteousness even in that war. And those who fought valiantly for the dharmic cause with that and die offering their life for that dharmic war, it was she takes care of those Veeras, those warriors, the courageous ones. And it is said, like when someone dies on the battlefield, those days it was bows, arrows or things, they would look at it, see whether the arrow pierced from the front or from the back. When it faces from the front, it is like you're facing the war, it's a valorous death. If it is on your back, it is perceived like you were running away, trying to escape from the battlefield out of fear, and you got hit in the back. So people would look to see whether it was a valiant death. And it was even the wives of those who lost their husbands in the war, they look up to a husband who fought a valiant war and who gave their life in the Veera, that kind of a warrior, the one of Veeram, that courage and facing the battle. And it was considered a great honor that way. And she is the mother of all the Veeras. And what does it talk of? It talks of the quality of courage. And that courage emanates from here. And the courage emanates from the heart here. The courage doesn't come from here. It is from here. This Amma talks of Atma Balam. When we have the soul strength, we can accomplish. A soul emanates because it is her qualities emanate. It cannot but emanate. So all the pujas we are doing is to build up this Atma Balam, that strength of the soul, the Prāṇa Balam, the Atma Balam within, and that gives the courage, and that its quality is courage, and its quality includes peace, and it includes dharma, satyam, dharmam. All that is the soul's qualities, and courageous quality comes from here. She is the mother of all the great warriors. And the warriors can also mean in the microcosm, warriors who seek her. You go through so many inner battles every moment, every day. So many years of our life lived so far. We go through so many battles in our life, and we grow in our wisdom facing them. And those are the great warriors, like we saw in the previous name, who are constantly sifting through the Sat and the Asat, truth and the untruth, who are constantly thinking of the source, the divine, the cosmic mother. And they are the valorous ones, because the senses are there to attract us. Like magnet, they are attracted to the objects in the outside world. They are attracted to good things and bad things. So the senses pull us out, the mind pulls us out. But when we have anchored her as the primary to achieve our goal is her, then it is a valorous path. They are fully engrossed in her, and they are the microcosmic internal, the great warriors. So she is the Veera Matre, she is the mother for those warriors, those devotees of that caliber. Or she is Ganesha's mother. Veera is also seen as Ganesha. And Ganas, all those who accompany Ganesha, those who serve Shiva, they are all the Ganas. She is the mother of all the Ganas, it's seen. And then the Veerabahu is like the head of the Ganas, and he is like Ganesha is the head of the Ganas, and in the Ganas group itself is Veerabahu. And it said there are 9 valorous ones, the 9 Veeras. And just to quickly tell their name, it all starts with Veera. You've heard of Veerabahu, Veera Kesari, Veera Mahendran, Veera Maheshwaran, Veera Purandaran, Veera Rakshasan, Veera Marthandan, Veerandakan, Veera Dhiran. So these 9 Veeras each have their own caliber, strength and qualities. We've been talking of all the Devis, Yogis and all the different levels of Sri Chakra, and the Veeras are also part of this Sri Chakra. They have their own powers and their qualities and what they can bless each one with. And another interpretation for Veera Matre, Veera here can mean a vessel filled with mead. We have seen in her earlier name she is Madhu Prīṭhayai, she loves mead, and she is Madhvipāna Lasayai, she is Madhu Mathyai. So it is like that sweet quality, that mellowing quality is also, she is the Veera Matre, that quality of hers. Her 837th name, Om Śreem Viyat Prasuve namah swaha. 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 Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who gave birth, Prasuve, we just saw her, Prasavitryai. So, Om Śreem Prasavitryai namah swaha. Viyat Prasuve, Viyat we have seen also, Viyat is Vyoma, Vyadadi, we saw in 550s, very similar, Vyadadi Jagat Prasuve. So, we have seen this Prasave, she has given birth, Prasavam. Vyadadi is this is the 550th name, is the space. Vyat here is the space. She has given birth to, that is, she has created, she has manifested, it's come out of her, whole space has manifested from Sri Lalitha Narayani. And from, it is said, once space was manifested, from space was manifested air, from air was manifested Agni, from Agni manifested water, from water manifested Prithvi, earth. So the Panchabhutas manifested from the subtlest to the grosser, to the grosser, to the more grosser, till earth element was formed. And even the subtlest of its space, Akash, Vyat, manifested from her. So she is subtler than the space for it to manifest from her. And in the earlier one, Vyadadi, so Vyad and all that accompanied it, which is all the other rest of the Panchabhutas, 4 Panchabhutas, Prasave, were born from her. Jagat Prasave, the entire creation, Jagat was so coming, the entire duality has manifested from her. The subtlest of the subtlest is manifested from her. Her 838th name, Om Śreem Mukundayai namah swaha. Om Śreem Mukundayai namah swaha. Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who confers salvation, mukti. Mukhu is moksha, mukhu, who confers mukundayai, dāyai, she offers, she gives it to us. She who confers salvation, emancipation, the mukti, moksha, or it can mean a type, mukunda is a type of a precious stone or the metal mercury. Mukunda normally is a name we refer to as Krishna. Krishna has so many names, like Lalita has so many names. Krishna is called Mukunda, Govinda, so many names, Perumal, Srinivasa, all that. So it is said that Mukunda is Krishna, and Sri Lalitha took the male form. She appeared in the form of Krishna. One of the earlier names we saw that Karanguli Nakhotpanna Narayana Dasakrityai Namah swaha. From her nails manifested from the 10 nails in the hands, so the 10 avatars, manifestations of Vishnu manifested, and Krishna is one of the forms of the manifestation. So every form of incarnation manifests from her. She is the source, that potential energy. So any incarnation, any name, any form, anywhere, she is the primordial source that Shakti has taken that name and form from. And she is the one who can take us beyond that veil to that unveiled state of hers. We have also seen in her one of her earlier names, she is Om Śreem Govinda rūpiṇyai. So she is Govinda is another name for Krishna. She is Govinda Rupini. On Saturdays, one of the Saturdays of the month, Narayani is decorated. Her alankaram is as Govinda Rupini. And you can see she'll have a little bit of white, like lime there under the chin. Those days they would use that for any injury to heal that external wound. They will apply it to disinfect it and for it to heal. And it's said that once Perumal Vishnu at some point had an injury and they applied the lime there. So on that day she will have lime white, a small bit of white under her chin. She's Govinda Rupini. And we see all these different forms, so we can, like little children, enjoy stories. Stories always captivate us, and it connects the heart easily. Instead of the analytical mind, it brings that love from the heart to pour out and connect easily. And that is one of the easiest path for devotion. To get devotion is to enjoy in that story, be enraptured in that story, stories of the divine. And here we are seeing her through each of her names and so many things that can so easy to connect to, that love of the divine that pervades through everything. Let us offer our chantings and our prayers to Sri Lalitha Narayani for this week. Om Jnana-rūpāya vidmahi Shaktiyam Saya Dhimahi Tanno Shaktiyam Ma Prachodayāt. Om Sarvamangala-mangalye Shive Sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Śreem Shri Matre Namah swaha. Om Śreem prāṇa dātryai namah swaha. Om Śreem prāṇa dātryai namah swaha. Om Śreem prāṇa dātryai namah swaha. Om Śreem pañcāśat pīṭha rūpiṇyai namah swaha. Om Śreem pañcāśat pīṭha rūpiṇyai namah swaha. Om Śreem pañcāśat pīṭha rūpiṇyai namah swaha. Om Śreem viśṛnkhalāyai namah swaha. Om Śreem viśṛnkhalāyai namah swaha. Om Śreem viśṛnkhalāyai namah swaha. Om Śreem vivifier namah swaha. Om Śreem vivifier namah swaha. Om Śreem vivifier namah swaha. Om Śreem Veeramatrāye namah swaha. Om Śreem Veeramatrāye namah swaha. Om Śreem Veeramatrāye namah swaha. Om Śreem Vyatprasuve namah swaha. Om Śreem Vyatprasuve namah swaha. Om Śreem Vyatprasuve namah swaha. Om Śreem Mukundāyai namah swaha. Om Śreem Mukundāyai namah swaha. Om Śreem Mukundāyai namah swaha. Om Śreem Śrīmatre namah swaha. Om Namo Narayani namah swaha. Om Namo Narayani namah swaha. Om Namo Narayani namah swaha. Om Namo Narayani. Let us offer our prayers, our chantings, our love to Sri Lalitha Narayani, seeking her abundant grace and her blessings for all of us, for all our loved ones, for all of humanity, for all the sentient beings, for all of Mother Earth, for all the worlds, to shower her grace, her love, for us all to gain this wisdom, to live this path of dharma, dhanam, karma, become fit to receive this gift of devotion for her, the divine, and connect with the divine, with her within us, connect with her, the divine within each other, connect with her, the divine in the whole of the creation, to always be in the state of all the soul qualities, her qualities, love, light, wisdom, deep peace, contentment, joy, laughter, bliss, abundance, generosity, contentment, compassion, honoring of all life forms, forgiveness, gratitude, devotion for the divine, courage, humor, skills, purity, integrity, sincerity, truth, Atma Balam, all the soul qualities by the grace and blessings of Sri Lalitha Narayani, by the grace and blessings of Sri Shakti Amma Narayani. Om Namo Narayani. Any questions? If no questions,
I do have a quick question. This is Mary. Can you hear me okay?
I see another question posted. Yes, I'll take that later. Yes, Mary.
Okay, hi. Thank you for today's class. On the last day that we mentioned, so 832, is it?
Today we started with 832. Last
838.
31 we ended with Praneshwaryai.
On day 838,
838, yes. 838.
mention of Mercury. And I've heard Mercury be explained in reference to it being holding a high vibration, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that much about it. I've heard maybe that it's in holy places, there's more mercury.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain a little bit about the correlation between mercury already in the land that creates a holier place or more energy? Question mark. I don't know.
Amma has been making these rasamanis in Tamil, in Sanskrit it's called Padarasam, Mercury is called Padarasam. It's that essence, and rasam is essence we've seen, Padarasam, and it is very special. It's the only metal that is in a liquid form we find in Mother Nature. It has a lot of different properties, and it is used in Ayurveda, Siddha, in homeopathy, in various forms. In homeopathy, it has a lot of deep actions, and mercury by itself is considered a poison, but these are processed in a way that energetically it comes out, and the toxic part of it is attenuated, or it's cleared, it's removed, and the processing is very important. And its siddhas were experts, the enlightened beings were experts in understanding the quality of mercury, and they would put in so many different herbs. There is a process to it, and in steps to bind it, to make it into a solid. And they would make deities, different forms of deities made of mercury. In fact, in the temple in Parani, the Lord Muruga there, Siddhar Bogar made Parni Murugan, that form deity, out of mercury, and just abhishekam to that, a little bit of that is very healing, pure for that. And Amma has in recent years been making many different rasam manis. Rasam is padarasam, mercury manis like bead form. And if you observe Mangala Narayani, when Amma is doing the abhishekam, in her right hand, in her crook, in her hand there, you'd see a round silver colored ball. Amma's made, she has made many of them, so whichever it is, it is getting, it's already energized. It is energized with Amma's energy. It's getting further energized with all the abhishekams with Mangala Narayani. And each money, each one has, we don't know what Amma Sankalpa is put into it. The divine chooses what for each. The Sankalpa is that energy, like each mantra that goes into it is with a certain Sankalpa. So each mantra has what it can manifest. And like that, Amma's doing this, and there is, Amma's going to create a meditation hall with the Rasamani. And I was fortunate enough to see one and hear a bit more about it. Amma says that mercury is considered as the sperm of Shiva. So that's that life-giving sperm in creation. So there are so many subtleties that we do not understand. Our current science doesn't understand enough about the qualities of the different elements in the periodic table, and mercury is considered that level of high energy is this considered as seen as the sperm of Shiva. It's described in Siddha text. And Amma mentioned that gold is seen as the ovum of Shakti. So when mercury and gold combine, she says life. It's like life happens in nature, and along with that the energies that go into it, the preparations of various herbs in different stages, and it is processed so many days, so many months. I don't know how long it takes, how many months, years to combine this and do this. So it is all enlightened masters processes. It is not easy to go for us to go into that process. Even to get the herbs is difficult, and to know if it is the right herb, the right quantity at the right season, right proportion, the right heating at the right level, and when to add, how long to add, how long to cook it, and what to do. It's a whole process, recipe in itself, and siddhas have mastered in it. And each bead, each preparation comes with whoever is preparing it, like that creator is putting that energy into that creation. So this is a lot. And I've also heard it said that certain regions do have mercury in their land, and Vellore is, I've also mentioned that it has mercury near in its land. Those regions are inherently energized. So we don't know what is under the ground and what energies the earth attracts. Beyond that, the enlightened masters can add their energies into it, suffuse it with that, because they are living energies and they can transmit, impact, create, and those intentions are always, they are siddhas, because a perfected being does only with the intention of good. Only that goodness can come out from that state. So it is given to that Sishya when they go into that path and they are engrossed in that with that commitment and purity, to be fit to receive that knowledge as a disciple from the Guru. So there's lots of nuances and depths to these things. I hope it partially explains what you're asked, what you asked
Yes,
about.
just one other quick question relative to that is the mercury ball that Amma does the Abhishekam with on Narayani, Mangala. Is there more than one? I always thought it was just one.
I thought it was one, but I know there have been several and various sizes, yeah.
So the charging of that changes. There's more than one going on.
I don't know, different times, different things. I don't know. I'm just uh, talking from my head, not from knowledge. Maybe Amma does it one for a long period and then she's making another, and we don't know the different sizes and what she does. I have no idea.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Om Namo Narayani.
Om Namo Narayan.
There's a question from Bhagya. The day 832, the first nama for this week. You mentioned about prāṇa, where a baby is made with the vivo, with nourishment in vivo. Is this what happened in the Mahabharata with Gandhari? So in Mahabharata, Gandhari is like the Pandavas are the 5 Pandavas who are like considered seen as the good, and the Kauravas, the 100 of them, the bad cousins, and their mother Gandhari and father Dhritarashtra. Gandhari, it said that from her conception, 100 children were born. So what I I haven't gone into details, depth of it, but like when an egg, a fully fertilized egg, the zygote, it splits into two, you get identical twins. And then when two different eggs ovulate at the same time and they are two different sperms merge, you get non-identical twins. Here it is, my understanding is for Gandhari, that one thing, instead of splitting into two, they split into hundreds. So like 100, you can't call it twins anymore. It's like 100 came out of that conception. And the logistics of it, how it happened, I have not gone into it in detail, how it's physiologically possible, how these children grew and all that.
Yeah, because I want to share like how. So I just wondered if it's the same as
In vivo, if all the 100 grew in her womb, in her body, it would be in vivo.
okay, okay.
If they grow inside her body, 100 children, how to carry 100 children, it's I cannot think about it. And they were born, and did they grow in vitro? I don't know. I haven't really read in those details of it. Maybe I heard somewhere long ago. I don't remember, so I don't want to come
Okay.
to that.
Thank you.
The basics is this. So whether it was just one fertilization from which 100 came, or they were 100 different things and each were fertilized separately. So, but
Okay.
they were all in the Kauravas were like 100 brothers born together, Gandhari and Dhritarashtra.
Yeah.
Namah. And as we come closer to the dates, please, say, keep it in your calendar, in your sankalpa, to be there during the conclusion of the 1,000 days of Mahayagam. It should happen sometime. We can do our calculations also sometime June, end of June, mid-June, we do our calculations and see the exact date. But if it's possible, try to make it possible also in your sankalpa. It will be lovely to be there together, the conclusion of this wonderful, one-of-a-kind yagam, first time ever on Mother Earth. Om Namo Narayani.